Right, so welcome back to Taylor's aboard a Campervan. Today we've got to do a service on this baby because we have no idea when she was last serviced. Previously owned by a school, so we assume it's been serviced regularly. Don't think it's been owned by a school since like 2020, and only done about 100 miles a year. So although it probably hasn't done 10,000 miles, we've put about 2,000-3,000 miles on it. It is definitely, you know, gone over the year mark for being serviced. When we did the gearbox oil, it came out all brown and definitely had some water in it. But you don't do your gearbox oil very often, but these do have a little problem with, I don't think they get enough oil in 5th gear. So that's why we did the gearbox oil. We're going to show you how to do that today as well, because it is a common fault on here. Water drips down through the windscreen, in through the engine bay, and then down to the breather pipe for the gearbox. So that's how the water gets in. So I'll show you that as well, even though we have made a video on that before, but we've got to do that anyway because I don't think we put enough oil in last time. So yeah, we're just going to do air filter, big old air filter, which is a AU-FAF00163 air filter. You know, just for your Peugeot Boxer, Fiat, Ducato and Citroen Relay. They're all the same van at this age. This is a Mk1 facelift 2002, but it is a 2005, so annoyingly if it was in the next model year it would have been the Mark II. We've also got the oil filter. I'm not going to put a fuel filter on, so we'll change them very often. Again, this is for Fiat, Ducato, Peugeot Boxer and of course the Citroen Relay. And this is 501 58 00 48. All the numbers and stuff will be in the description below, so you can get everything you need. You're going to need 7 litres of oil because this is the 2.8 HDI engine that requires 7 litres, so you have to buy 2 5 litres. At least you have spare to top up then. Yeah, I think that's it. Let's get on with it, shall we? Yeah, so here's the like housing for the air filter. So you've got 3 screws, this one, and there's one back here. For that one you need a little screwdriver to get that one. Take these ones off first. Again, find somewhere safe to put these. Fly me to the. Oh god! Just be careful not to drop the screw. There it is. There's special tools that you can get, you know, to get in places like that. Yeah, well, I'm just saying. We don't have a DIY. We've got to take the whole thing out, haven't we, today to get. Oh, there's another one. Another one back here, isn't there? There's 4 actually. I thought there was 3. We'll warm the engine up a little bit before we do the oil change. Yeah. That's what I do with olive comparison. This is the new one, of course. And that's the old one. Completely needs changing. Not the worst I've ever seen, but it's still all these little thins are clogged up, so it's harder for it to breathe. Yeah, and now you've got these. You've got 3 bolts down in here. As you can see, they collect water in them as well, so they rust. But you have to get in there with a socket. Down again. You can't get in there with a spanner. You have to get in there with a socket, but you need like an extended thing to get a drill driver adapter for a socket. And these bolts are 10mm, aren't they? So and you want a little drill driver because otherwise you don't have enough room to get it in there. See how deep you have to go? Sometimes these can get really corroded on. Well, that one's coming off. Okay, we've got one. Getting rid of the air intake now. Again, a couple other things that attach to the air filter. It's all to just get to where you put in the oil for the gearbox. I'm honest. I'm going to get a new back. Spray the, lubricate the, what's there like that. Because we're like hearing you sing! I know! Now the last thing that attaches to it is this little tube down here. I don't know what you call these Jubilee clips.
Breathers.
The Jubilee clip.
Oh no, those I don't know those. I know that's a breather pipe.
You've got one of these Jubilee clips, you have to sort of like lift it. Yeah, I got it. Yeah. To get it out, you need to undo this one as well.
We had right nightmare last time, didn't we, doing all this?
Yeah. It's enough. Still quite hard to get out, but top of the gearbox is just down there. It's really hard to show. Dan's just taking the cap off. There's that little hole there, you see? That's where you have to attach your hose now. We're not draining the gearbox today, but
Topping her up.
yeah. The sump plugs underneath. A garden hose should be able to do this. What's this you got?
Oh, it's just some additive to hopefully try and stop the fifth gear from crunching on the synchro mesh. It's by Mammal. It gets right round the gearbox a lot easier because the fifth gear is an add-on on this gearbox, and that is the problem. So we put some of this in. Hopefully it might make all the difference. Gearbox oil there. Manual gearbox oil. Just going to put a little bit more in.
That's the gearbox topped up. It took all that oil. So hopefully that'll stop the grinding. Let's see. Didn't hear a crunch then.
Yeah, it's a little tiny crunch, not much. You've got to let the oil get pounded, bloody thing.
This is the sump plug that you need, a 12mm hex like that.
You ready?
Yeah.
Right.
What do you think was going to happen? The last job is the oil filter. Which we can actually get off by hand, which is very surprising.
Just watch your glove. Move your hand.
Sorry.
It's not my glove again, is it?
I already had oil on mine anyway.
Leave that under there for a minute. Why would that be in the way?
Because it's filming. Sump plug back in. It's got to be torqued back on, this sump plug to 30. Right, now this van is supposed to take 7 litres, but only about 5 came out. So we've got 2 bottles, but alright, so now we need to reset the service interval. Look, turn the key. There you go. Look. That's the countdown, you know, of when you need to do your service, which has clearly run out. That little spanner there means it needs a service. So I think if we hold this little button here, now as you can see, this will flash. So you've got 3 settings of service intervals. We want number 1 because I think that's 12,500 miles. I'd rather do it at 10,000, but
All looks okay.
alright. Yeah. I think we'll just wait for that now to. Maybe you have to hold it, I think, maybe. The spanner's gone now, so the service interval has been reset. Well, that is it for us doing the service on the van and refilling up the gearbox. You know, really was convinced that it might just be that there wasn't enough oil in there, because when we did it before, we could have put a bit more oil in, so we put as much oil as we could in this time. And the grinding is still there. Yes, I think it's the worst of the worst. The synchronized mesh has gone on 5th gear, which is what you guys have been saying in the comments of that video, and I think that is probably it. But I'm not sure. Someone will have to tell me if they know anything more about these vans. Is the 2002 to 2005 Peugeot Boxer facelift Mk1, does it have a 5th gear extension? Like, was it originally a 4-gear gearbox and then had a 5th gear added on? I know the old ones pre-2002 were, but I'm not sure about past 2002 to 2005. If it does have a 5th gear extension on it, it's a lot easier to repair it, but we don't know until we find out, and we don't know what we're looking at, so we have to pay someone to do that. So hopefully, yeah, we get that done eventually, see how long 5th gear lasts. We'll just get it done when eventually it doesn't stay in 5th gear anymore, unfortunately. But yeah, it is what it is. I mean, it's a shame. It's going at 80,000 miles. I thought it'd last longer than that, but it is almost 20 years old, the van. Anyway, yeah, we serviced the van. That's all good. all lovely in service now. We know exactly when it's serviced last, and that's the main problem. We don't know when it was serviced. And judging by the oil, it was really black. Yeah, it hadn't been serviced in a while. So yeah, done a nice service on the van. So I'm quite happy now. Happy that the van's serviced, and yeah, as long as you take care of it, like the previous owners obviously haven't, yeah, it should last quite a while, this van. Engine wise, gearbox, definitely going to need replacing at some point, or some attention to it. Yeah, and I am actually running out of videos though, guys. I've got one more. Now, if I said this a couple of months ago, when I had about a backlog of 20 videos, yeah, it wouldn't have been a problem. But now, I just got this channel enough watch hours to start getting ads on my video, because before this I wasn't earning anything on these videos, but now I can finally start getting paid. But I've run out of videos, so me and Dad's gonna have to do some more jobs on the van. It's mainly just not enough time, bad weather, and bad parking spots, so we haven't done much. And the fact that we always argue when we're over there, and it ends up in a shouting match, and Dad ends up walking back to the boat. So yeah, we need to do some more jobs on that van. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed. Give it a like, subscribe, and we'll see you next one. Bye bye.